Somebody thought it would be a good idea to put an order pickup sticker on a brand new sealed game. I keep buying these games from Best Buy because I do the pre-orders there and I get like $5 off and everything, and they keep putting this order pickup sticker on it that is a nightmare. This one's actually already open. You can see right there that it's already open on the side. They probably, sliced it across the top. So I had to do a voiceover for this because I realized some idiot was talking while he was using the hairdryer, which we'll get to the hairdryer in a minute. That idiot was me. You'll see what I mean. So the big challenge with taking the sticker off is that the edges are really, really tight, and you want to find a pocket or a loose part of the sticker that you're able to kind of get a tool in and pop it open. And almost always it's going to be on the spine. So the trick here is to get something underneath the sticker that's on the spine, and so that you can kind of break and separate it. I got a couple of different tools here. This is just a cell phone spudger. Slide it up under there. And then the big thing is that you twist. And when you twist, it's going to pop out the top of the sticker, leaving the plastic underneath still intact. I try it with a spoon. I try it with a couple of different things to see, but usually most of the time that little spudger will work. Just the idea is to get under there and get something so you can pop open the side and make it look great. I keep going back to that same tool just because it worked really well. Everything else, you kind of pick at it a little bit. There should be a little pocket there. If you're not getting an area, you'll see right there that I pinch to kind of create a little bit of a gap. You don't want to gouge into the plastic too much. If you gouge into the plastic, you're going to start to run into digging into the side, and you're trying to keep this whole thing sealed just for security's sake and to make it look nice because it's a sealed game. It should look nice. So here I try it with a screwdriver. Pretty much the same idea. A flathead screwdriver would work in this one. Again, you want to be careful that you don't scratch the plastic though. So I just keep going back to this nice rounded spudger tool. It's an opening tool from, heck, I don't know, I think iFixit or some random Amazon kit. But a lot of stuff will work like that. Smaller spoons would probably work if there were the metal spoons. You want to go the whole way up, though. You don't want to go halfway and then stop and start to tear it, because you run the risk of stretching out the plastic in ways that you don't want it to. So it's best to go all the way up the side of the spine, and then you can start to peel the sides. The big thing here is you want to make sure that you're stretching the plastic so that you're not pulling along with the plastic. You're pulling against that tension. So you can see I'm pulling down with the left thumb, and with the right hand, I'm pulling the sticker away. I'm not going to stretch the plastic, though. Same thing on this side. You try to get under a corner, it's just not going to work. You're going to pierce the plastic. So go to where you have the gap. Go to where you know you can get underneath it. So I keep going all the way across. Pop it up on the side and separate it, and just give yourself a tab to kind of work with. Same thing on this one. You see that left thumb is pulling tension down to make it so that that's what I'm pulling against. I'll show you in a second what happens when you start to pull and you're starting to stretch the plastic. Now this case was already slightly open. You saw that cut that happened at the bottom that I showed at the beginning of the video. So the plastic is a little bit looser than I want it to be. But I'll show you here kind of what happens if you don't add a lot of tension. So you see here, you're starting to see some wrinkling. And you don't want that because that's just stretching the plastic and that's stretching the seal itself. So you want to create a reverse kind of pressure against it and everything so that it's something a little more substantial that you can pull against. And you do it all the way around. If you start to get a weird pressure or anything, change where your thumb's placed. Easy as that. Nice and clean, comes off just fine. You'd be surprised. These can actually be kind of tricky. Then you check the seam for any adhesive residue, see if there's anything that's left over that you might have to clean off. But here's the thing, you don't have to do anything big for this. I'm going to bring out a paper towel, and I'm going to bring out some Goo Gone, and that's it. You can use heptane for this, but you don't need to at all. This is a Goo Gone thing all day long. You don't want to use isopropyl alcohol because it will shrink the plastic. It'll do some weird things with the plastic. So this is definitely a Goo Gone thing. Just rub it up across the plastic. Anytime you're working with a case, you want to make sure that you're stretching the plastic down like I'm doing with my right hand, stretching the plastic down so that it's nice and taut against the surface I'm working on. So there we go. That looks great, but you can still see the plastic's kind of loose because I've been working on it a little bit. So, and this is where I mess up. I'm trying to talk with the hairdryer going at the same time. So I'm going to show you how to tighten up the plastic using the hairdryer. It's not going to do a great job because, like I said, that cut that you can see on the bottom there. But I'm going to get the plastic a little bit tighter and a little bit cleaner just so you get an idea of what to do with this. I have another Xbox game that's also sealed that also has a sticker. I'll go through the same process on that one. Hopefully that one doesn't have any cuts. But I wanted to get this video out just to show people. More and more I'm seeing the Best Buy pickup stickers, and more people are asking how to get that off. Like I said, it's all about pulling in the opposite direction of where your force is. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the hairdryer, but we're going to use the hairdryer on the corners and the edges. And what we're doing is we're going to be pulling in the opposite direction. So my right hand is pulling down. The hairdryer is on right now. So imagine listening to the hairdryer and me trying to talk over it like an idiot. So the hairdryer is running and I'm pulling down on the plastic just to heat up the plastic enough to tighten it up a little bit. And I go to the other corner and the other edge and I pull it up and tighten that up. And what you really want to do is just pull up as much plastic as you can, nice and tight. And then that hairdryer is actually going to heat up and shrink whatever kind of loose remaining plastic there is. So you can see here it's starting to tighten up a little bit more. It's not going to do as much as I want it to, but I'm also not trying to get this like factory tight again. Just enough to get rid of the wrinkles. So you can see up in that top, was at the top right corner, it's still a little loose, and you flip it over and you want to keep the hairdryer always moving. You want to make sure that you're not stopping on one single spot or you'll get wrinkles. You'll get these weird wrinkles. So I'm having a little bit of tension with my right index finger. You can see I'm pressing on there. I go over it completely a couple times just to heat up the plastic. And there we go again, where I'm stretching it down just to get it nice and tight. Basically what you're doing is you're working the wrinkles up to the corners and up to the seams and edges, and then hitting that with the hairdryer to get it to tighten up and look real nice. So go over it a couple times. You'll see that it's a little tighter than it was before. It's still not perfect. A big part of that is just the cut on the plastic on the bottom, making it so that it doesn't want to tighten up. So that's kind of making it a little frustrating. But this will work when you're trying to tighten up plastic a little bit. Yeah, and you can see that it's tighter, it's better than it was before. It's not perfect, but it's looking good. The edge is looking really nice. You can still tighten up the edge. So what I'm doing there is pinching and pulling down and then just running the hairdryer up and down the seam on the spine there to get it nice and tight. And just look it over kind of on all different ends. And that's really it. Just a quick tightening of the plastic. Nothing too crazy, just to kind of tighten up what we loosened by taking the sticker off. So that's super easy. I'm going to have a couple videos of plastic tightening. A lot of people are interested in keeping their games sealed nowadays. So I want to make sure that if you do have to remove a sticker, you have some work to it. And that's it. Actually, there's a little bit more that we're going to do here. So leave now if you don't want to see me open a game. I'm going to show you the GameStop way of opening a game. I didn't actually believe that GameStop had an official or unofficial way to open up a game. They do. It's how you open up games in bulk. So we got our little utility blade. You don't have to bring it out very much. And what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, I'm just cleaning off a little bit of the residue. That's the thing, is that these X-Acto blades, you got to change them out and clean them off. These utility knife blades, you got to clean them off because they get up a lot of junk. So we're going to cut along the security sticker on the side there. You could see me for a second. We're going to cut on the security sticker for the side. There's always going to be a gap, either on the top or it's going to be on the bottom. There's always a little bit of a gap. You see on this one, it's closer to the right side. So we're going to pop our utility blade in there. We're going to go all the way across. We're just going to cut that open, and that's the only cut we're going to do. So you see here, just go all the way across until it hits plastic. And then you can peel the plastic off completely. And it's, of course, off camera because I forget that I'm on camera. So we get all that removed. The plastic is removed in basically one swipe. You pop it open, and then you can remove both sides of the barcode sticker. That's just an inventory sticker for in the factory. You remove those off. Usually you close the case, you can peel both those off, and that's it. That's about the fastest way to open up a lot of games in bulk if you need to, is you just do one swipe down the middle, and you peel off the whole wrapping. The wrapping will come off basically in a big ribbon, and you peel off the barcode sticker on the side. The only reason I show this is I think it's the simplest. Yeah. And they used to, a lot of the GameStops, people would put the barcode sticker on the side, which was a nightmare. And then here I am opening it up and realizing that it's, a $40 or $50 game, however much it was, and it's just the disc on the inside. Back in the day, you would open up a game case and it would be tons and tons of stuff, but nowadays you open it up and it's the disc, and that's it. So super excited about Alan Wake, though. I loved the first one. First one was fantastic, the original version, and then they made the remaster. It's a fantastic game. You should definitely check out. Perfect for Halloween. So that's the long and short of how you open up a sealed game and remove a Best Buy pickup sticker from the game without messing it up too much. Like I said, I have one more that's coming up that I'll be able to show off. It's NHL 2021, I think, that has a sticker on it that I'll remove. That one's a little different. It's a barcode sticker on the back. But yeah, so I'm going towards trying to do more sealed game things. So to show people kind of how to get their games, not necessarily for WADA, but how to get their games ready for just keeping them sealed, acrylic cases, nicely contained, that kind of thing. So you'll see a lot more of those. Just a lot of different stuff going on. So I'm trying to get more videos out, trying to catch up on a lot of the videos that I've been promising. So definitely stay tuned for more. And thanks, guys. I'm going to keep cleaning. See you, everybody.